welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute. I just thought that we could have a sit down chit chat situation, catching up, and maybe later on I'll rearrange my shelves as well, my bookshelves. I just wanted to make space in the... I've said a lot without actually properly greeting you guys. This is what happens when you don't shoot for a very long time. Well,
Vuvu Vena _reads is an amazing book reviewer, also YouTuber. She reviews books on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, she also has a blog as well. So please, if for your connection with literature, get in touch with or follow at VUVUVENA _reads. She is based in South Africa, and I think it is also extremely important to follow literary content creators who are based outside of the West and in continental Africa, because they do a really good job of bridging the gap.
We appreciate you, Vuvu, for bringing us Turning Pages and for bringing us your BookTube channel.
You know, this is a chance for people to actually see some people that I really enjoy.
please consider pressing the red subscribe button down below, and if you're a returnee, welcome back, fan.
Vuvu, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Vuvu and this is Vuvu Vena Reads. But if you are an oldie, a goodie, somebody who stuck around, a friend to the channel, thank you so very much for choosing me once again. And before I say anything more, thank you so much for helping me hit the 500 subscriber mark. It's been a while since I hit it, but I remember going out to ask for the last 5 subscribers, I think, on my social media, and a lot of you just responded positively to that, and I really appreciate it. Which brings me to the sit down chit chat. So like I'm saying, I'm rearranging my shelves. I've been doing a lot of thinking and restructuring these past few months since I've been away, because I've been in a very hectic slump where I have no passion for anything. It's not just BookTube, even my other channel, even just content creation. Oh, I thought I saw a cat. Don't ask me how. So I've just been in a slump, just generally life slump, and I've been very uninspired in a lot of areas. So I rearranged my room. I'm not sure if you guys will notice, because I don't know if this angle does permit you to see. I rearranged my room. I was fixing up the garage the other day. I just thought that I wanted to rearrange the shelves as well, just to put my books together instead of my... So what I had was a shelf, my TV stand, and another shelf. So now I've just put the shelves together. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I hope it works out the way that I've imagined it in my head, but we'll see later on. So I just want to talk to you guys heart to heart about a few things as they come, obviously. So during my slump, I think I hit my slump mid-March, end of March. I struggled to read, but I have been reading. Like, it's not like there has been a month where I didn't read absolutely anything, but I'm just hitting like 2 books a month, 3 books a month, that kind of thing, and it does not go it's not according to my plans for the year in terms of how many books I want to read. And I do understand the whole concept of reading for leisure, don't get me wrong, but when publishers are sending you books and authors are sending you books, there has to be a balance between reading for leisure and actually getting to the books that you've been sent, right? So I have been failing to hit that balance these past few months, because I'm like, oh my god. I've literally only been reading books that I'm meant to be reading for book clubs, and maybe 1 book here and there, and that is my April, May, but June has been a good month. I've just put them away. That's why I'm looking over there. I put them on the shelf because I want them to be there when I'm arranging. But I want to say I've read 5 books so far this month, but I've got 3 more books that I need to finish before the month is up, and today is the 27th of June. So I'm being very ambitious as always. So the books that I am reading, I want to finish Bolu Babalola's Love in Color. It's a collection of short stories. I am on page 133 so far. I'm absolutely enjoying them. I think I love the fact that she's centered them around the female character point of views, and obviously it's black female and black love, and I feel like this is a narrative that we need to hear as black people, never mind just black female, that our capacity to love is so colorful, as she says, and I absolutely love what she's done with this one. So I'm on story number, I'm about to start story number, I want to say 6, I could be wrong, 7, story number 7. So I've just finished story number 6, and then I am buddy reading An Ordinary Wonder by Buki Papillon with Charity. Her name, I think, here on BookTube, she's got a BookTube channel that I absolutely love. If you love what I do here, you'll love what she does. They're very similar, our content is very similar. On Instagram she's booked on Charity, and I think here is Charity Matlala. I could be wrong, but just search for her because I'm still struggling to link. I'll try and link her channel, but if I can't, just search for Charity Matlala or go over on Bookstagram and search for Booked on Charity, and I'm sure she's got her channel on her link. So I'm reading this with her, and not too far in. I still need to finish it like in 3 days time. I'm not too far in, I don't want to lie to you guys, because of the slump that I have been explaining. And then I want to show you what I'm reading for Azania. I'm reading an ebook. You know that is not usually my first choice, but Jennifer Nansubuga Makumbi's The First Woman, the book here in South Africa is still in hardcover, and hardcovers are hella expensive, so I couldn't go down that route. But if I love it enough, not even if, because I've bought Chintu, I'm one of those people who likes to collect. Part of my book buying habit is collecting authors that I have enjoyed, and I enjoyed Chintu, so I am most likely going to buy the hard copy, most likely. But I am also not too far into this ebook. I just want to keep my page so that I can show you guys the cover. Excuse me. So I am reading the Take a Lot ebook version of The First Woman by Jennifer Nansubuga Makumbi. As I'm saying, I'm not even quarter of the way in, I'm not too far in, and for me right now I'm not sold on how she's telling the story. I'm not saying that there is no story there, there's absolutely a story there, and you can tell how rich it is. I just feel like she's spent so much time describing a lot of things, she spent so much time describing a lot of things that for me it's just not ideal for me. I don't like excessively descriptive text in novels, because I feel like the more we read, the more it's going to make sense, and I only feel you need to tell me as much as I need to know to understand the next thing that happens, if you get what I'm trying to say. But it could also be that my mind's not truly in it, and I feel like the descriptive part of it is very time wasting, or it could be that it is building up to something else I will see later on. So I'm not completely against it. Okay, so that's the books. That's the kind of slump that I've been in terms of the reading wise. I've told you about some of the changes that I've tried to make, which have worked, because I'm starting to feel more like myself again, and I have been creating content. My external did crash. I know. Every time this happens to me, I'm like, Vuvu, but you know better than to have a hard drive external with all the cloud-based storage that exists. But for some reason I'm linked to this way of doing things, and I don't understand why. Like, I wish I could tell you guys why. And I think maybe part of it is that I'm so wary of these month-to-month subscription things, which most of these cloud-based what do you call them, systems offer. So I just don't want to always be paying, even if it's just 20 bucks, right? If I can just get an external. My external is 5 terabytes, and I think that is big enough for me to be able to play with. But it did disappoint me. Like, a hard drive will disappoint you. That's the bottom line. And this has happened to me before in the past, and so I lost my stuff. Okay, and I will say it's a lesson learned, but I won't say I will not use my hard drive again. Just like I'm saying, it just makes more sense to me that way. So I did record again. So I thought before I put through some of the stuff that I've recorded, it's not a lot of stuff because I didn't record everything that I lost, but I did capture some of the stuff that I lost. So before I start rolling out that content where I'm still with my blue braids, I thought, let me do the right thing, right? We friends, I've been away, I can't just come through and boom, as if I never left, right? It doesn't sit well with me sometimes when I do see that. So I just thought I'd let you know I'm doing fine, and I have been having a little bit of a rough patch, but I'm back. And like I'm saying, the changes that I've made have reignited some of the inspiration within me. So I'm ready to hit it in July. So you guys will probably see this tomorrow, which is the 28th of June. But come, oh, okay, no, so you guys are getting 2 videos before July. So the wrap up for June, because I have told you it's been a good month, will only come once I've put through the wrap up of the months that I haven't been sharing. I want to say the last time I did a wrap up was in March. I could be wrong, it could be in February, which would be highly embarrassing. So let me just confirm for you guys. My channel says that my last wrap up was a very late February wrap up. So what I have done is that I've mixed my March April wrap up, I think, and then that means I should share a May wrap up soon, and then it will be the June wrap up. So another thing that I've been thinking on since I was away is that I haven't been pushing my writing on my blog. If you guys don't know my blog, I'll write it over here, but it's www.vuvuvenareads.com. So the gist of the blog was to keep track of the books that I've read, just like any other platform that I've created, right? To keep track of the books that I have read, mainly to archive them for my kids, so that one day we would sit together and they'd already know my thoughts, bring through their input about what I had thought about a book that they read, whether they liked it or they didn't. So I want to start capturing that in earnest in terms of my reviewing on my blog. In as much as I've got this space and many other spaces to talk to the books, I really do want to get back into the writing of things, because for me, I feel that's the best place where I can articulate what it is that I truly thought of a book. So I want to start rolling out content in July, and obviously I've got other concepts running through my mind about how that blog is going to work out. So do keep your eyes peeled, do subscribe to our newsletter. Everything will pop up on the blog if you should go over there, or on the website. And then what else do I need to catch you guys up on? Okay, the channel, we're gonna get back to things like I said from tomorrow. And then the podcast, so part of the slump involved everything, right? I did say it was a creative slump of sorts. So I do have some content that I had pre-recorded, so it probably will start rolling out, maybe let's say mid-July, if not early July. So which means I need to start getting back into the swing of chatting with people, etc., because the worst thing with things like audio, as well as anything creative actually, is that when you do it when you are not in a zone that is conducive for what you are trying to achieve, then it does show. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want anyone to sit there and think that they can trick the system. Maybe people who are professional media people, in the sense that they are used to being in front of a microphone or in front of a camera or whatever, can fake it. But even with me, for my full-time job, I write. So when I don't feel like I'm in the zone to write, I feel like whatever I produce does show that this person was not at their best when they created this thing. And I try my very best to avoid producing content when I'm not feeling at my best. So that said, though, my saving grace was during this time was TikTok. So I took to TikTok while I was away, and I've got a TikTok, what do you call it, profile? Let's say it's a TikTok profile, same name, Vuvu Vena Reads. I just want to find it for you guys because it really has helped. I've had bouts here and there of, or bursts of wanting to talk about books, but not in a lengthy video of this sort. I have not been wanting to go onto Instagram. I don't know why. And so this was one of the things that really assisted me. And this is my profile. So it's Vuvu Vena _ let's just hope that this thing will focus. I hope you guys can see. Vuvu Vena _ Reads. I started fiddling with it in May. And so far I've got like 382 subscribers. I'm really loving what it allows me to do and tap into, so I'm absolutely loving that. If you are somebody who's curious as to what it is that I read, as in my reading updates, I do most of them on that platform now, and I'm absolutely loving coming in, saying something for 1 minute about what I'm reading and moving along, or sharing something that is bookish just for 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and then calling it quits without having to sit down, think about it, edit, whatever the case is. I absolutely love how that space has opened up my mind to various other things. So do stay tuned to that. If you are curious, I do have other ideas for that platform, so it would be nice if you guys would go over there and follow as well. So basically that's in a nutshell, that's what it is, right? And it has me thinking a lot about people who find themselves so inundated by daily life demands. I am a single mom of 2. My daughter just turned 4. My son is not 6 yet, so he's 5. So it's a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. My son turned 6 in September. And we may downplay the demands in terms of the physical need and the emotional needs, and even the, just hold on. Yes? Wait, Mukanya, please, I'm busy now. So the demands that it has on your entire being, we might downplay that a lot, or act like we've got it all figured out. And I realized this year, because I am without help, that the body, the mind, the soul, the spirit gets exhausted, and it's not enough to have the will to do things. If you get what I'm trying to say. So the willpower is there, the emotional connection to the things that are needed of me is there. It's just that the actual doing becomes difficult, right? So I told myself when I started to feel guilty about the fact that I'm not creating anymore on this platform and on all my other platforms as well. If you guys know, I've got another YouTube channel, Vuvu Vena, just plainly Vuvu Vena, where I share a lot of things: makeup, single mom life, cooking, nails, a lot of things that are outside of my bookish interests are shared on there. So there was just no, I couldn't do it. I don't know how to explain that further than that. And when I realized that there was a lot of guilt with me not being able to do it, because especially for this channel, because I just hit 500, and I know that for me, I'm a slow burn type of person in most things regarding my life. I am a late bloomer. So for most people, they would see, oh, you've been on this journey for so long, how can you only be on 500? And I think that part of that, and as well as what I was going through now, has always been that what on earth are you even doing this for if it does not reward you to the capacity in which you give to it? And I'm a very introspective person, and for me, the reward goes far beyond the numbers, right? Because I would have quit a long time ago if it was just because I wanted the numbers on both my channels. A lot of my life has always been about the transformative power of the things that I'm drawn to. So the transformative power of books, of communicating about books, of going through a journey where you are critically thinking through whatever you are consuming, has been more rewarding for me than seeing who's following me, etc, etc, if you get what I'm trying to say. So during this time off, when I've been introspecting, I've told myself, definitely guys, I want these platforms to grow, because it's time consuming to create a video. It's money consuming to be able to upload that, because you need the gadgets, you need the data to be able to do that. So it's not like it's a how do you call it, a hobby that it doesn't have any demands. It does have its demands, so I would like the proper reward for it. But am I pressed in as much as I was before? Definitely not. I'm not pressed. Would I like to see my channels grow and my platforms grow? Definitely, because then what's the use? I could just sit here and just do the stuff on my own without anybody else being interrupted by my creation, right? So I had to get to a point basically where I was on some, I'm okay with the manner in which things will flow, and I truly am. I think before I had tried to convince myself that I am, and I wasn't. I think the time off, because it's been what, April, May, June, so about 3 months. So this past 3 months has allowed me to discover what it is that made me feel like it needed to be more than what it is, if you get what I'm trying to say. And I've done my own work, and maybe down the line it might change, but for now I do feel like I am fulfilled and content and happy with what it is at the moment, which is probably why even that realization has turned things around for me and allowed me to want to do again, to want to create again. Guys, I'm recording. So that's where we are, and I am very happy with that. So I wanted to fix my shelves up today, which I've already mentioned. So let's go downstairs and handle that. for tuning in, guys. I truly do appreciate you guys. I probably say this every single episode, but you guys have no idea what the measure of that is, what the metric measure of that is. It is truly a pleasure for me to see that you would want to tune in, stay till this long, and interact with me in whatever manner that you choose to. You are highly appreciated. Thank you so very much for your time and spending your data on me. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys. Thank you very much for choosing me.